about 33 minutes past the hour. Some Beltway backlash right now. While you were sleeping, a group of Republicans in the Senate blocked a key jobs bill that included an extension of unemployment benefits. Democratic labor groups now hammering Republicans in turn, but the Republicans are saying we need to stop spending. Question today, is Congress now turning off the money faucet? Dick Harpootlian is the former chairman of the South Carolina Democratic Party. Welcome back, Dick. And Justin Sayfie, former spokesman for Jeb Bush. And Dick's down there in Columbia, South Carolina, and Justin's there in sunny Miami, Florida. Morning to both of you. Justin, has Congress reached a point where the deficit spending is first and foremost on their minds, and now they're going to turn the faucet off?
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, that's the message. Hopefully they've been receiving loud and clear from the American people. We have a $13 trillion debt. That's a debt that our children and our grandchildren owe to a lot of creditors around the country, including around the world, a lot of foreign nations like China and Saudi Arabia and Germany and Japan. And I think that Congress needs to tighten their belts. And, what's really ironic about it is that the social welfare states in Europe are now tightening their belts. And I say bravo to the Republicans and bravo to the American people that are supporting them to send a message to Congress to say no more deficit spending. We should have unemployment benefits, but they ought to pay for it without adding more burden to our children.
And therein lies the rub. Let me get Dick to weigh in on this, and then we'll go a bit deeper on that. Is it time? Is Congress turning off the faucet, Dick? What do you think?
Well, I think it'd be tough I think it's wrong to take the 1.2 million people whose unemployment benefits are going to run out at the end of this month and make them the scapegoat for this effort to balance the budget. We spent trillions of dollars, or $1.5 trillion, bailing out CEOs making millions of dollars a year. Main Street should get the same treatment Wall Street got. Having said that, there's no question we need to get our financial house in order. And I just heard that Europe is making a step in the right direction by tightening their belts. They've also done something else. They've increased taxes. And cut spending. And, the last time we had a balanced budget with Bill Clinton was president. If we would go back to the tax levels we had under Bill Clinton, we could get ourselves out of this financial mess.
It seems like we're headed that way. Let me get back to Justin on the initial point that you made, Dick, and that is this. How do voters react, do you think, Justin? The deficit spending is something they're very concerned with. Every poll indicates that, whether you're Democrat or Republican or independent. But when you're cutting off benefits to the jobless, how do you explain that to voters?
Well, I think the answer is that Republicans and Senator Mitch McConnell, the minority leader in the Senate, has proposed a 1-month extension that would take some of this unspent stimulus dollars that would extend the unemployment benefits. But what's going to happen with that in the Democratic-controlled Senate? We don't know. Probably nothing. And so Republicans do have a plan to put forward to extend the benefits that doesn't add to the national debt. And that's what I think. That's what I think that most voters want.
Here's the flip side of that argument, Dick, and I'll get you to react to this. Now, what some will argue is that if you keep on paying unemployment benefits to the jobless, they won't go out and look for a job. You buy it?
I think at some point that's correct. But, what we also need to be doing is creating jobs. We need to quit shipping our jobs to China and overseas. I'm a Democrat that wants to re-examine NAFTA. I'm a Democrat that wants to look at keeping manufacturing jobs in this country. And I think Republicans and Democrats can come together on that issue.
Justin, can they, in a word, yes or no?
Well, I don't know if they can, but I certainly wouldn't support raising taxes at this point, because that would definitely hurt our ability to create jobs in the United States.
We are headed that way in January. Dick Harpootlian, thank you. Justin Sayfie, thanks to you as well. Gentlemen, to be continued. We'll see whether or not this faucet's a trickle or whether it starts gushing again. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good weekend, all right? Nice to see both of you. Okay, Martha, what's up?